In this video we're going to take a look at the Tundra 9mm suppressor from Gemtech. This is a really nice suppressor with a lot of features. Made by Gemtech in Idaho. It's a 9mm. This one's in like a desert tan or a dark earth. This one's on a Glock 19. And let's take a closer look. First off, let's take a look at the gun. So this is a standard Glock with a replacement barrel that's extended and threaded. So it comes out from the frame and it's threaded. So we'll unscrew the suppressor and we'll take a closer look at the pistol real quick. So this Glock 19, standard Glock 19, is running a Storm Lake threaded extended barrel. It's a drop-in replacement. Needs no tools, just as if you were taking it apart for cleaning or maintenance. You can see that it's just very standard, or very similar to the standard Glock barrel. However, the Storm Lake uses standard rifling, so any issues with lead bullets isn't so much an issue with these. Drops right in and gives you that extension and the threads, of course, so that we can use the suppressor. And this would work with any suppressor, really. There's usually a standard thread pitch, which is 1/2 by 28. And it just threads back on. Of course, there's the business end. Back here we attach with the LID, the linear inertial decoupler. And let's take a closer look at what that means. Now again, in this case it's connected to the Glock 19, however it really could be connected to just about any 9mm pistol that uses a threaded barrel. Now this is not a takedown of the suppressor. The internals don't come apart on this like they do sometimes on 22 caliber suppressors. Instead, what we're removing is what some people call the booster. Gemtech names it the LID, the linear inertial decoupler. And the idea for that is because of the Browning style design of this Glock. In other words, when it's cycling, the barrel cams upward and is not connected to the frame. If we think of something like a Makarov, which has a barrel that's connected to the frame, it wouldn't need the same inertia powered decouple. So basically what we're talking about here is a spring that's going to allow the additional weight of the suppressor on the end of the barrel to move and let the pistol still function. In other words, if this spring wasn't here, if this little device wasn't there, the barrel would be too heavy and the pistol would probably not cycle well. Now if you happen to be using a pistol that doesn't use the Browning style loose barrel, then you would replace the spring with this non-cycle adapter. But we are using a Browning style, so we're going to use the internal dampener. This also allows the suppressor to be indexed, and let's take a closer look at that. We'll put the LID back into the suppressor, and we'll screw it back together. Now we'll screw that back onto the barrel. Now we'll use the logo as an example or an illustration here. But what this is really a function for would be the point of aim. If there's usually a shift in the point of aim when you attach a suppressor, you're basically adding a new crown and some back pressure which can adjust the point of impact, but it's typically a consistent point of impact. So let's say that you shoot your Glock and it's dead on, you add your suppressor and now it's shifted over to the right and down, so you want to bring it back up. What we can do, in this case we can use this as an indication. We want to shift the can so that that point of impact goes to where we want it. So we can unscrew the LID, and this is something that could be done at the range, of course, with an empty pistol. So as we unscrew the LID, we're now able to shift the body of the suppressor to where we want it. In this case, let's use that logo as an example, and we'll locate it here on the side where most people like to see the logo. and then we just screw the LID back into place. There's some gears here and some corresponding lugs in there. Looking down through the suppressor there, you can see the lugs that it's going to lock into. Once you get it to where you've got your point of aim moved, or in this case where the writing is, we can just screw the LID back into place. Now that it's screwed in all the way, no matter how many times we remove the can from the pistol, right, and then reinstall it, you're going to get a consistent shift in that point of aim. So in other words, as our reference, the logo went right back to where we wanted it. So again, if you removed it and installed it, you can get that consistent shift in the point of aim just where you want it. So we've talked about the non-cycle adapter that comes with the Tundra. Let's take a quick look at the box here. You also get a manual anytime you buy a Gemtech. Pretty standard manual for Gemtech. All the information about how to use it, service it, and their warranty information. Gemtech has a great reputation in the suppressor industry. Let's take a look at another accessory you might want, and that's a set of suppressor sights. And we'll take a look at the standard sights, which happen to still be on this 19, and you can see that the sights are going to smack right into the back of the can. Since the diameter of the can is a little bigger than the rise in the sights there, you can get this second set of sights that are higher off the pistol and would bring them up over the top of the suppressor. And they can still be used when the suppressor is removed. So that's the quick look at the Tundra 9mm suppressor from Gemtech. As always, thanks for watching.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.